And welcome back to the IED Racing channel. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, comment below as to what you guys think of this build series that we're doing right now on the Mazda RX7 convertible as we get ready to be able to participate in SICK Week, the very first one. We're going to try to be as competitive as we can with our rotary powered Mazda RX7, the fastest in any drag week event ever in the US. So hopefully we can do a lot for you guys. This episode, we're actually going to be doing something I'm super excited for. We're going to actually put the Mazda RX7 on a diet. So we were considering on going in specific classes in SICK Week, but you know what? We're not even going to really go for any particular class at this point. We're going to go into whatever class that we can be the fastest in. So whatever rules that apply to that, we don't want to deal with any weight, any turbo restrictions, nothing like that. Tire size, it don't matter. We're going to go all out. So as you can see right now, we got the rear end of the car is torn apart. We were going to do a rear trailer mounted parachute hitch. So it's basically like the trailer hitch. We were going to adapt that for the parachute. Heard from a lot of people, not a good idea. So we're revising that. We took the whole back end of the car off. We took a whole bunch of stuff out of the car to see how light we can get it. Right now we have the car on 4-point scales on the easy weight scales for drag racing. See what our actual weight is from front to rear. What our bite is in the back, as well as what else do we got going on? Oh yeah, we're going to be modifying the back rear bumper, so we don't have the valance anymore, like the drift bumper that was in the back. It acted like a wind deflector, or just basically would catch a lot of air. So we're going to see what the car looks like with just the OEM bumper on there, but lots of just little things here and there that I feel like is going to be able to get the car a little bit lighter, as well as less shock on the drivetrain, just the less weight there. Hopefully that strain won't be there. We'll be able to go a lot faster. Once wheels are in motion, they stay in motion. So hopefully we can get the weight of the car down so that we can make that motion just go faster down the track. So yeah, let's get to it, and we'll get the rear parachute bracket that is built and painted. I got that from Motion Race Works. Like I said, we already had it on the car, but we cut that thing up, and then we're actually going to just mount it where the old bash bar was for the rear bumper, and see how that looks, get that all mounted up, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Again, like, subscribe, ID Racing. Really appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get to it. Well, so first off, what we're going to do is we're going to get the actual parachute bracket mounted. You can see actually right there, if you look, it's all painted up right now. It's already all welded up. And then all the brackets, everything, we're going to be able to use where the previous bumper bash bar was for the rear. And then before, I did have this mounted to where the trailer hitch mount was. So where that location is, the pull points are actually really low in the car. So a lot of people were telling me that it's way too low. It's going to basically pull and lift up on the back of the car, which you definitely don't want. So I moved it from down below the car up about 8-9 inches to be more center of the car, and it's actually going to be pulling from where the frame rails are in the unibody. So those pull points should be a lot more secure. I feel like with that, it's not going to be able to lift the car. It'll just pull straight back for us. But there are a couple things. So getting rid of that bash bar in the back, that was probably about 25 pounds of weight with all the metal and the bracing. It was kind of like a composite plastic or a fiberglass bash bar. But the other big thing is there used to be a rear valance that went back here that we're going to be getting rid of, and we're just going to be using the OEM. I'm excited to see the difference in the weight, as well as just how this thing's going to cut through the air with not having that, even that rear valance. I feel like that, just looking at it, was just a dumb idea on my part to leave it on there. I should have taken it off a long time ago. But let's just take a look here. Old rear valance that was just basically attached to the OEM bumper to where the car is now. Granted, it has the side skirts. I'm leaving those. I actually do like that look, as well as the front bumper. So still going to have some drift in it. But the rear, definitely, it's going to be a lot sleeker. You can go underneath. It's pretty much nice and flat. Nothing to really grab the air anymore. Has where the rear spare tire used to be. That's where the battery's relocated. But even underneath, if you look, it has the fuel cell that's underneath there. So there's really no air cavity underneath the car anymore. And this rear bumper attachment, I mean, you look at it and it's almost like a inverted scoop there, just grabbing air. Definitely wasn't helping any, and it's massive. It's not light either, it's fiberglass, so I mean, it's just shaving weight. Got the bumper cut out for the hole that we have for the parachute. Everything's back on there. We'll go over the stuff that I took out of the car just to kind of get some weight off. But obviously we have the rear bumper, all the brackets that hold it. Convertible RX7s have different bracing and mounts. So this mount is gone now. I have the rear tow hitch off, and that can come off fairly easy. So I'm making that removable during passes. Then we have the full length exhaust that normally would stay on the car during a pass, but switched it around so that I only have two bolts, brackets, two bracket locations that bolt onto the bottom of the car, and then just two rubber isolated mounts on the back that actually hold it. So that can come off super quick, easy. And then the passenger seat. Now that doesn't have to come out every pass, but I'd like to see what the car does with that out. And then the headlight, it just has three bolts that actually hold that headlight in. And now the car has a front ram air for where the headlight is. So we'll see what the car weighs now. We had, what was this guy? It was 2890, I believe. And then obviously my weight in it. So we're gonna see what it is now without me in it, just to know. So I'll get the scales set up, everything zeroed out, pull the car back off. Now that I've pulled the weight out of it, and just kind of see what's going on. Otherwise, maybe it's actually accurate. We'll try to just plug it in and see what happens. But I have all my race stuff in here, helmet, all that jazz, basically what I would have in the car when I'm gonna make a pass. But we'll see what it's like. Currently right now, just set up. And we'll go from there. Let's check it out. So I'm actually super surprised. I mean, I did pull out quite a bit of weight out of the car. So we did the aerospace components front brake kit. That saved some weight. Everything that we've removed off of the car, obviously, we're saving weight there. I also drained the entire main fuel cell. So that has absolutely nothing in it. And then I have about 3 gallons of race fuel in the race tank. So with that, our total weigh-in, currently right now, without me in the car, we are at 25.7. Oh, there we go. Well, actually, I think I'm going to have to flip the camera on because the numbers are backwards. So hold on one second. All right, camera's flipped around. So now we're at, for total weigh-in, we're at 25.79. Every tire, I mean, we're pretty decent. I don't think that I'm going to do any shock adjustments just yet. So we'll just go through just the totals. Everything's basically like a 50-50 weight. Not a huge rear tire bite. It's grabbing from the left. It looks like 33, 34. So we'll see what that looks like. Basically, the higher the number there, the more it's grabbing on the left tire. And then the lower the number, and as it goes negative, the more it's grabbing on the right tire, from my understanding. I could be wrong. Somebody could correct me on that. But everything looks pretty good. Let me get in the car, and we'll see what we're at there. All right, so now I'm in the car. We'll take a peek over here, and we are at 2750. That is actually really impressive, because before, without me even in the car, was 2890. So I weigh about 175. That's quite a bit of weight that we've lost. So I can do the math here real quick. I should have weighed the car prior to even taking any of the weight off. But that's really good. 2750. I'm actually super happy with that. I do still have to put the parachute back on, so that's probably gonna go up another 20 pounds. So with that, 15 to 20 pounds, but still under 28, sub 2,800 pounds. I'm stoked. So we're good there. I'm curious what you guys think about these changes. Obviously, it's going to be a lot different on the track depending on traction, things of that nature. Because we all know that you take weight out of the car, it's going to be able to spin the tires easier. So still got to be able to get off the line, but I feel like that weight advantage for us being a lighter car is going to help out with the drivetrain shock and just the stress on the overall vehicle and the drive portion of the sick week event. But I feel like we could go for a number here. The car's fastest pass is a 9.6 at 147 miles an hour. We've been faster mile an hour, but haven't gone a better ET. Doing these changes, there's obviously more to it than just that. We're going to be able to turn the car up, things of that nature, to be able to make a number. But just with the weight alone, what do you guys think is the ET that we're saving? Everybody says it's about a tenth per 100 pounds. I'd say we're easily about 150 pounds lighter. So if that's the case, 150 pounds, if we can get, a tenth off, tenth and a half off, I'd be happy with that. Just by, it's the easiest way to go faster. Take weight out of the car, right? As well as doing that rear bumper, I feel like that was a huge drag on the car, slowing it down at higher speeds. So getting rid of that, maybe that's also going to be able to give us another tenth. So I feel like all these little increments are going to really be able to help us out on sick week, make our lives a whole lot easier, and give you guys some great content. So I don't know what else is next on our docket here of changes and things, but as I come through and think of them and make the changes throughout, I will keep you guys in the loop. You guys will be watching next to me. I appreciate every one of you for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, comment below. Thanks. See you guys next time.